If you're a parent and you look at your little kid and think, hey, maybe someday they'll be a doctor, probably not. Not the way that we are going. Not with the big, beautiful bill. Not if you're not rich at the very least. Because they're coming for the doctors and they're coming for the loans that allow them to get the training that make them doctors. So right now, the Senate Education Committee, they're looking over part of the big budget bill. And they've now put in effect a new cap on how much people can borrow for medical school and other professional programs that is already well below the sticker price most students are facing. They're also proposing, by the way, to destroy a class of federal loans graduate students use to cover housing and other non-tuition expenses. And what do you know? We have someone in graduate school right now, and I once was many years ago. You don't need housing while you do your years of study. But let's focus now on those caps. So it establishes a $200,000 ceiling on federal student loans for professional degrees like medicine. Now that may sound reasonable. $200,000 is a lot of money. But you know what also is a lot of money? Training to become a doctor. Actually, right now, the median cost, not the most, the median cost for 4 years of medical school is $286,500. That's for public institutions. It's nearly $400,000 for private schools, according to the Association of American Medical Colleges. So already, if this cap goes into effect, it will be financially impossible for many people to go to even the median medical school. And so that's obviously going to affect some people very differently. If you're wealthy, you may not even know that this exists. You may not even take out those loans, okay? If you're well off. But if you're a regular person, if you're a working class person, even a middle class person, it may be impossible in the near future for you to become a doctor. Not, by the way, for you to be handed a medical degree or something like that. They're not giving you the money. These are loans. You have to go to school for years. You have to spend possibly decades paying it back. You're not even gonna be allowed to do that anymore under this. And so one more way that theoretically with years of work and study and giving back to your community as a doctor can help you like climb up the ladder, of socioeconomic potential is now potentially being cut off by this bill that already does so many bad things that we've talked about ad nauseum, but here's a new one for you. And so, Elliot, what do you make of this as a person who's in grad school right now?
Yeah, dude, I mean, it is definitely personal. And I mean, I am a recipient of student loans, and they are one of the more stressful elements of my life. This kind of thing just adds unnecessary stress. I'm going to have a PhD at some point, but it's a scholarly degree. It's not a medical degree, which means I jokingly say I'm a real doctor, actually, because that's what it originally meant, teacher. And then it was stolen by the medical community. So we're still trying to get it back from them. But anyway, I do have no problem having done it, but I also knew it was going to be a sacrifice, and I knew it was going to take a while to pay it back. The idea of not even having that option would be unbelievable. And I'm relatively privileged. Like, I have a good situation going. This is 100% just kicking the ladder down when someone else climbs up and making it harder for people in lower income brackets. It's what is it, class warfare? I mean, it is just further solidifying people's stratification where they can't ascend past a certain level, and that's been by design for a really long time. Like, I think this is a very historical problem, and this is just the latest iteration of it. So it's like scary. I mean, it's a bummer. It makes me very glad that I went when I did, because I don't know that I would have been able to if they capped it back then. So
it is very scary, and to have this being proposed by the MAGA movement, the populists deciding that no, medical school, that's for rich people. You peasants don't need that.
It's it's like there's a generational divide here with a lot of we have our gerontocracy. Is that what they say when they're a little bit older? But like this whole fantasy of, well, you just you go wait tables and you pay your way through, and you just really shouldn't take you should be more responsible than taking out these loans. It's like it doesn't really work like that in real life, and it's incredibly complex, and it's been made to be more difficult over the years. And so yeah, it's a fantasy that they have, they're operating on that doesn't really align with reality.
Well, and let's end actually with one case study of that. So one of the people pushing for this is Republican Senator Roger Marshall, who is or was a doctor. So you can see him in a photo right here. He thinks that obviously you shouldn't pay that much to become a doctor. He said, I worked my tail off. Anyone who's paying more than $100,000 to go to school is making a huge mistake. Notably, he graduated from the University of Kansas School of Medicine back in 1987. In-state tuition was around $4,700 at that point. It is nearly 10 times as much now. It's on average at the University of Kansas, it's nearly $39,000 per academic year. And so does he know that? Does he care that it's roughly 10 times as expensive as it was when he became a doctor? Maybe if he knew that, maybe if he had either knowledge or empathy, he would update his numbers, okay? Because the thing is, we need doctors as a nation. Just consigning it to a thing that rich people can choose to do, that's not good for the country at large. Particularly, by the way, when you're trying to stop people from migrating in, even if they have skilled positions and things like that. So I don't know, Roger Marshall, maybe do a little bit of research before you sound off. If you enjoyed that, make sure that you never miss another video by subscribing. And if you want a little more, consider hitting the join button and becoming an actual member. But you're probably wondering, why the hell would I do that, John? First off, calm down. The stakes in this are very, very low. But also, when you click the join button and you become a member, you get access to bonus content that I make every week, and it's a ton of fun. You get access to tons of custom emojis and more besides that. By the way, if you join at tier 3, you even get access to a monthly member hangout with myself and other awesome people, and we always have a great time. By the way, you'll get all that going forward, but you also unlock years of the back catalog. That is literally 100 or more bonus clips, top 10 lists, debates, and more. What are you waiting for? Click the join button below. Your support powers our show, and we couldn't do it without you. Or at the very least, I wouldn't really want to try. Viewers like you keep me here. So thank you in advance for joining.